Did you know that popular actress Catherine Zeta-Jones almost divorced her husband Michael Douglas because he was diagnosed with throat cancer contracted through oral sex? But the question is, how did Catherine know if this oral sex is before or after their marriage? And what does it have to do with the mental illness she suffered from? Let's find out while showing you some of her rare photos. Catherine Zeta-Jones was born a hyperactive child, and her mother decided to protect her by not sending her to a traditional school. She wanted her trained in a dance school, but the family's financial situation made that almost impossible. This continued until her father met the goddess of fortune in a bingo competition. That day, he walked home with over £100,000, and this was how Zeta made it through to dance school. In school, Catherine would not just learn how to tap her feet, but she would pursue other things that she enjoyed, which her mother did not approve of. Her passion made her feature in a lot of school shows, and soon enough, she didn't want to be a dancer anymore. Catherine wanted to be an actress. She got popular after she won a Junior Star Talent competition, and before her 12th birthday, young Catherine was crowned the National Tap Dancing Champion. Zeta started acting officially in 1981 when she was featured as Annie in a Swansea production of the same musical. 2 years later, she was found in Bugsy Malone, and it wouldn't be long after this before Catherine decided that school was not for her anymore. She dropped out of school, packed her bags, and moved to London with the hope that she would make it big one day. Quitting school was bad news to her parents, but it seemed like the right thing for Catherine as her breakthrough would come not too long after this. In 1987, in a production of 42nd Street, Zeta landed her biggest role as Peggy Sawyer, but things got even more interesting for her when the producer observed how good she was and decided to keep her for 2 years. In 1990, Catherine made her screen debut in the French fantasy film 1001 Nights. This was attacked by critics, and they revealed that the most remarkable thing about the film was the nude scenes. This was bad enough already for Zeta-Jones, who had no plans of becoming a sex symbol, but like her father, with patience and a stroke of luck, she too found her desired place in the busy industry. The young actress stumbled into even greater success on the set of the television series The Darling Buds of May. The series became one of the highest-rated television shows at the time, and this was too much for Catherine. She has worked so hard for career success, but now she doesn't know what to do with fame. Literally, with 1 hour of television, my life completely changed. I couldn't go anywhere, Zeta said as she detailed her journey of adjusting to her new life. The status of a global actress turned Catherine's life into a nightmare as she reported that she found joy in obtaining roles on merit. Now she had so many contracts on her table, and none of this was part of her plan. I was just a pretty face and a big bust and nothing else. People in the business believed what they read about me, so I decided to move away and start again, the actress said. Zeta-Jones somehow found strength to fight through all of this, and she was rewarded with a lead role in the American film The Mask of Zorro. The film was well received by critics, and it grossed over $250 million worldwide. For Zeta-Jones's performance in the film, she earned a nomination for the MTV Movie Award for Breakthrough Performance. This marked the peak of her career, and the actress was forced back into the days she had been trying to run from. She had become an incredibly popular figure in the industry, with films like Chicago, Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas, and Ocean's 11 further cementing her status as a Hollywood icon. Like she has always wanted, things got slow for her in early 2005, but she still kept trying to make a comeback. Unfortunately, none of them was as successful as the roles she enjoyed in her prime. She only found something close in the 2013 action comedy Red 2. The next time anything big and mighty would happen to Catherine was in 2022, when she took on the guest role of Morticia Addams in the fantasy series Wednesday. Catherine was asked to describe her life after fame, and her reply had people scratching their heads. She said, "I drink, I swear, I like sex." It has always been this simple to her, and her greatest battles were fighting complexities that Hollywood sent her way. Anyway, rumors told that this was an overstretched way to get rid of the good girl image that playing Mariette Larkin gave her, and all it attracted was pity. Be careful what you wish for. I craved a little break like that, and when it came, it was really terrifying, Catherine said. The first shock that she experienced as a global figure was that she didn't have enough financial strength to protect herself from the harms of her new life, and that almost left her in a mess. Things got really bad in 1996, and she had to leave London and move into Los Angeles, where she was still an unknown actress. This was a temporary fix, and so Catherine continued her search for a more lasting solution to make her fans forget her. Part of what she did was turn down a lot of roles similar to Mariette. Ultimately, Catherine failed in her long search for a means to be unpopular, and she would finally surrender to the life Hollywood gives. She was just not sure that she would survive that many other troubles, and she was right to be worried. Catherine Zeta confessed that she suffered chronic depression behind the scenes in Hollywood. At some point, things got so bad that she was admitted to a rehab center, and diagnosis revealed that she had bipolar disorder. One of the poisons this mental condition fed her was to make her go online, search for her name, and filter down to the worst type of comments from all kinds of people. Although the actress didn't admit to other symptoms of bipolar disorder like suicidal thoughts, low motivation, and isolation, it was still clear that her self-esteem was punctured. The only thing she admitted to was constant nervous breakdowns anytime she had to prepare for big events. "I get terrified the first day I'm on a film set," she explained. "I get nervous walking down a red carpet. I find making speeches the most terrifying thing in the world." Catherine hopes that by revealing her private struggles, she can help people fighting with the same thing or something similar. She insisted that bipolar disorders can be controlled and managed effectively. Catherine prayed to the luck that gifted her father the fortune to send her to dance school, the same luck that gave her a revered spot in the industry. But all she would ask for this time was love that wouldn't tarnish. All these years, we were convinced that her prayers were answered until a medical report drove a blade right through her heart and almost tore her marriage apart. The actress had only been married once, and it was to the American actor Michael Douglas. According to popular stories, the very first time Michael saw Catherine in 1998, he walked up to her and told her, "I'm going to be the father of your children." Zeta Jones didn't think this to be a very great pickup line, but the actor proved that he wasn't bluffing. He kept working his way to the center of her heart, and it took him a year to get her to say yes to him. The couple tied the knot in 2000, and for the next 13 years, they enjoyed a lavish union blessed with 3 children. Until 2010, when Michael was diagnosed with stage 4 throat cancer. Catherine shared that this was the hardest moment in their marriage, and she was forced to watch her husband go through long hours of chemotherapy and radiation. But by January 2011, Douglas announced that he was cancer-free, and finally, things could go back as they used to be. But Catherine would disagree. She wasn't exactly excited when she found out that her husband got throat cancer through oral sexual contact. It was even reported that she wanted a divorce, but finally they settled for a temporary split. What's still left unsaid is if the actor contracted the disease before or after he met his wife, and Sun magazine described the situation as just awkward. According to a source living near their mansion in Bedford, Connecticut, Michael was not seen very often in the house around this time for over the past 18 months, and he believes that he took a short trip to New York. In April 2014, Michael and Catherine made their first public appearance after their split, and it looked like they were considering reconciliation. By the following year, Douglas, in an interview, revealed that their union is now stronger than ever. He said, "It can't be a one-way street, but I'm crazy about her. And yeah, I think every couple has their difficult times. The only problem is, as you well know, we're all in the public eye, and it tends to get a little more exposed than most." Later that year, the couple celebrated their 15th anniversary. On how she juggles wife and mother duties with her acting career, Catherine revealed a very unorthodox and yet common therapy she runs to. According to her, she locks herself in her dance rooms for an hour and plays loud music until she feels the wall vibrating. This helps her unwind, but the real secret to her youthful looks is that she has a healthy life. "Well, I don't drink and I don't smoke, but I love beautiful creams and oils. I'm 51 years old and I've always looked after myself," she said. These days, Catherine and her husband are more focused on what unites them rather than their differences. They made headlines again when they celebrated their shared birthdays on September 25, 2022. It is not very popular, but before she met her husband, Catherine was once romantically linked with Simply Red frontman Mick Hucknall. She also briefly dated iconic Hollywood film producer John Peters, and their love was described by the media as a whirlwind romance. Separation was hard and fast, but it led them to lasting partnerships with other notable industry figures. Catherine Zeta-Jones, ever since she became a notable figure, has almost been compelled to reveal tiny details of her life before stardom. And one of the things she revealed was a secret obsession for late actress Elizabeth Taylor. As a child, although she wasn't so attracted to the acting industry, she was simply fascinated with Elizabeth Taylor's eyes. She described a time when she met the film icon working on the Annie musical in London, and the first thing she would ask for was for her to take off her shades. I asked her if she would take off her sunglasses so I could see her eyes. She graciously replied with a smile, "Oh sweetheart, it's too early in the morning for that." She kissed her hand and placed it on my head. "That was enough for me. I felt like I had been ordained," Catherine gushed. Maybe it's just me, but I don't think Catherine is the only one who feels this way about all things Elizabeth Taylor. Another thing that not many people would know about this Chicago star is that she's a skilled golf player. Zeta Jones constantly seeks time away from acting and her other engagements just so she can hit balls on a field. She also revealed that she strengthens her union with her husband whenever she challenges him on the golf course. Another unpopular hobby she has is singing. Before Zeta Jones showcased her vocal skills on the set of Chicago, she already was a sensation in the music industry. Her 1995 pop tune titled "In the Arms of Love" topped the charts in many countries, and her duet with David Essex, "True Love Ways," peaked at number 38 on the UK charts. These days, Catherine Zeta-Jones is going slow on all she is known for, as she intends to focus more of her time on the less celebrated things that are more fulfilling. She has not announced her retirement yet, so fans still expect to see her on the screens whenever her schedule lets her. Catherine Zeta-Jones, now 54 years old, is enjoying life as a wife, mother, and grandmother. And although her life started with a boost of luck, this actress worked hard for everything she is celebrated for today. CelebrityNetWorth.com estimates her net worth to be somewhere around $150 million. That's it! If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other videos of beautiful actresses from the yesteryears on the end screen below. As always, thanks for watching.